The government of Nigeria has acquired a luxury Airbus A330 aircraft for presidential use despite criticism from various sources. The aircraft has been assigned a tail registration that features the seal of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The aircraft in question is an ACJ 300-200 VP-CAC MSN 1053 registered as 5N FGA. It features a bedroom with an ensuite bathroom at the front, followed by an office and a conference room and dining room. It also has an airline-style first class and economy seating at the rear. The Nigerian government acquired the seized Airbus A330 aircraft, which was reportedly in possession of a German bank, following a default by a multi-million-dollar loan by an unnamed Arab prince and businessman. Before the purchase of this aircraft, it was at the time in possession of L&L International LLC, a Miami-based aviation firm, which was facilitating the sale on behalf of the German bank, valued at $600 million. The multi-engine jet boasts a luxurious VIP configuration. At the time, the Nigerian government had made a bid of approximately $100 million for the repossessed Airbus A330 aircraft. The payment equivalent of this aircraft is pegged at 150.7 billion naira based on the official exchange rate of 1,507 naira per US dollars. According to reports, Amac Aerospace AG, a Swiss aviation company, facilitated the Nigerian government acquisition of the repossessed Airbus A330 aircraft. Amac Aerospace AG has a pre-existing contract with the Presidential Air Fleet for aircraft maintenance, but the company's director declined to comment on the matter, citing a policy of not disclosing information about such transactions. The Airbus A330 is a wide-body aircraft developed and produced by Airbus. Airbus began developing larger A330 derivatives at the mid-1970s, giving rise to the A330 twin jet as well as the A340 squad jet, and launched both designs along with their first orders in June 1987. The A330 aircraft has two main landing gear instead of three, lower weight and slightly different length. The airline has a fly-by-wire control as well as a similar glass cockpit to increase the commonability. The A330 aircraft was Airbus' first airliner to offer a choice of three engines. The aircraft has a total range of about 13,450 km with about 247 passenger capacity. Other variants include the A330-200F dedicated fighter, the A330 MROTT military tanker, and the ACJ330 corporate jet, of which the Nigerian government purchased. The A330 is available with three engine choices from Rolls-Royce, Pratt & Whitney, and GE. The aircraft was manufactured in several variants, but the one most commonly used for VVIP carriage, initially branded the A330-200 Prestige and later badged the ACJ330. The ACJ330, in which Nigeria bought, is the long-haul variant and the second most popular with more than 660 delivered. In airline configuration, it accommodates about 250 to 400 passengers, and the 2 dozen or so in private hands have generally been configured to seat about 25 to 60. The market for this airplane is thin, but when they do become available, you can generally pick up a nice 10 to 15 years old one with a full-up executive interior at price starting at $24 million. Less than what you pay for a new 10-seat, 3,000 nautical mile range super mid-size business jet. While Airbus no longer does cabin completions directly, it does offer design and engineering consultation services to preclude such difficulties and ensure guaranteed aircraft performance, proper documentation and maintenance, and it can work with the customer's designer and designated completion center. The company also devised several popular interior design schemes for the ACJ330 aircraft. In 2012, Airbus unveiled the gala concept for the ACJ330. It provides for a standardized VVIP cabin in the forward portion of the aircraft that features a master's bedroom, master's office, and conference area. This speeds completion and reduces cost. Airbus followed this up with a concept called Summit, which features the forward element of gala, followed by airline-style first-class seating and economy seating in the aft cabin. Airbus also went ahead to unveil yet another design concept called the Harmony, which replaces more traditional cabin lines with curved surfaces in a layout that features round-table seating areas, a forward master suite, an office with an ensuite bathroom and shower, 4 VIP guest suites, and aft seating for support staff. Airbus has actually noted that any of these 3 seatings can be retrofitted onto a used A330, as can a variety of avionics upgrades, including the onboard airport navigation system and the runway overrun prevention system. At about 3:30 p.m. Nigerian time on Monday, a France-bound Airbus A330 carrying Nigeria's president took off from Abuja, the nation's capital. The bird is the newest item on the presidential air fleet, which consists of aircraft nearly as old as Nigeria's return to democracy. As earlier stated, the nearly 15-year-old plane is an ACJ 330-200 VPCAC MSN 1053 registered as 5N FGA. It features a bedroom, an office space, a conference room, and a dining room. At the rear, it has an airline-style first class and economy seating. Its VIP configurations means that it is spacious and furnished with state-of-the-art avionics and a customized interior and communication system. According to government sources, the purchase of the aircraft will save Nigeria huge maintenance and fuel costs running into millions of dollars yearly. For many Nigerians, the government claims of saving costs has fueled their disapproval of flying a new jet only 2 weeks after young Nigerians protested the unbearable cost of living. For most citizens, the controversy stems not only from questions of fiscal prudence in an economically tight era, but also from the opaque process surrounding the procurement of the aircraft. Specifically, the Airbus A330, which was detained before being released to its inaugural flight. Amid questions about necessity and accountability, there are arguments about whether the government followed due process in obtaining legislative approval from the National Assembly and why it seeks to expand its fleet while failing to publicly announce steps to offload other aircraft previously put up on sale. The new Airbus A330 is just one of several aircraft currently on the presidential air fleet, a fleet often considered unnecessarily large and extravagant for a nation still struggling with significant fiscal challenges. For one, Nigeria's presidential air fleet is regarded as one of the largest in Africa, if not the world, boasting an estimated 11 aircraft of various makes and models, including the president's 19-year-old Boeing 737-700 and 13-year-old Gulfstream Aerospace G550. The 19-year-old Boeing 737 was acquired during the tenure of former President Olusegun Obasanjo at $43 million, but the erstwhile symbol of Nigeria's pride had become a money guzzler. Proponents for a new jet argued, with its maintenance costs increasing with age. Apart from these 2 jets, the presidential fixed-wing fleet also includes a Gulfstream G550, 2 Falcon 7X, a Hawker 4000 and a Challenger 605. 3 of the 7 fixed wings are reportedly unserviceable. Meanwhile, the rotor wing fleet includes 2 Augusta 139s and 2 Augusta 101s, all operated by the Nigerian Air Force but supervised by the Office of the National Security Advisor. In April 2024, 3 jets were put up on sale, but there were no specifics on which ones. As part of the cost-cutting measures, the former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, promised to reduce the number of aircraft in the presidential air fleet to the absolute necessary. However, effort to sell the Falcon 7X and the Hawker 4000 in October 2016 stalled when a potential buyer reduced their initial offer from $24 million to $11 million. The difficulty in selling off the planes also raised concerns about the actual value and utility of maintaining the fleet, especially in light of the rising cost of maintenance in an aging fleet. Between 2016 and 2020, the presidential air fleet operational costs rose by 190%. The budgetary allocation for the fleet increased from 4.37 billion naira in 2017 to 12.48 billion naira in 2022. Maintenance expenses for each aircraft ranges from $1.5 million to $4.5 million annually. Nothing less, the mammoth maintenance could not prevent some technical hiccups. In late April 2024, pictures emerged of the president boarding a strange aircraft in Netherlands to an economic summit in Saudi Arabia. The president left Nigeria with a Gulfstream jet after his main Boeing luxury jet was taken for maintenance. However, the second aircraft developed technical hiccups in the Netherlands, forcing him and his team to use a commercially operated jet. According to some sources, these were some of the reasons why the Nigerian government actually purchased the new A330 jet. However, so many Nigerians have criticized government for acceding to such a purchase outside of appropriation. Due to the fact that such an item requires appropriation, it is not an item that should be purchased without appropriation. Similarly, some civil society organizations criticize the federal government for using service-wide votes to purchase the presidential jet. which could be a pointer to the fact that there might be some corrupt practices and a hidden agenda to the purchase of the presidential jet.